Okay, good morning class. Today is April 27, 2022, 7:30 a.m. with the total number of 2 students. So it's nice to see you again, Alkin and Crystal. Again, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, good morning. May I ask how's everybody? Did any of you went to beach already?
I'm good, ma'am. And yes, we had our beach last week.
Oh, can I ask you to share some of your experience, Alkin?
Um, we went to some balance and it was fun. It was exciting. It's kind of tiring, but I know we had our best experience ever. We have a memory together with my family. That's also.
Oh, thank you. That was exciting. I'm glad that you seem to enjoy your beach tour. So how about you, Crystal? How are you? How's the health break?
I had the time to rest for mom, and I'm doing good for.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're doing good. So before we start, please remember to maximize the use of our chat box and click the raise hand button if you want to answer. So let's start. As you can see on the presentation, we have a photo of ball pens and a troll. Have you seen a black ball pen or own one, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously, yes. And okay, so how about the Trolls movie? Have you watched it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what's the name of this character? Yes, Mr. Alkin?
But I'm not sure, but I think his name is Branch po.
Okay, very good. His name is Branch. He was voiced by Justin Timberlake. And the real question here is the ink of the ball pen is as black as the hair of Branch? Have you seen Branch earlier? His hair? Um, is the ink of the ball pen is as black as the hair of Branch? Anyone? Yes, Alkin?
Yes, ma'am. It is as black as the hair of Bran.
Thank you. That's right. Let's proceed to the second set of pictures. So what can you see, class? Yes, Crystal.
Yes, ma'am. There's a picture of the teeth and a plain white T-shirt for.
Okay, so we have here a picture of teeth and a plain white t-shirt. So if you observe, what adjective can we associate with these pictures? Crystal.
Um, white for.
Okay, so the first thing that will come on into our mind when we see these pictures is that these things are white. So now the question is the teeth is as white as the t-shirt? Yes, Crystal?
Yes, ma'am. The teeth is as white as the T-shirt for.
Very good. Thank you, Crystal. So now I have here another question. So can you please tell your height and weight? So let's have first Alkin.
Oh my gosh. My height is 167.64 centimeter, I guess, and my weight is 68.90 kilograms.
How about you, Crystal? Thank you, Mr. Alkin.
Um, Ma'am, my height is 168 centimeter, and my weight is 44 kilogram.
Okay, thank you, Miss Crystal. So with the given height, who among the two of you is taller? What do you think? Who among the two of you is taller or smaller? Is Alkin is as tall as Crystal or vice versa? Or Crystal is not as tall as Alkin and vice versa? Yes, Alkin?
Ma'am, I think my height is not as tall as Crystal.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Alkin. What about the weight? Who among the two of you is heavier? Who is lighter? Is Crystal's weight is not as light as Alkin's weight or vice versa? Yes, Crystal.
Ma'am, our queen's weight is not as light as my weight for.
Okay, magnificent. Thank you, Miss Crystal. Now let's have a short story. So it is entitled What's in My Bag. So this coming Friday, I'm going for a vacation. So hindi lang si Alkin. But I have to limit my things so it would fit on my bag. So I have sets of items that I'm still deciding on which I should bring. So can you compare the set of items that I have so that I can easily pick? Uh, Also, I would like you to use quite, almost, and just in comparing them. So please take note of these words, okay? So let me repeat. Again, this is entitled What's in My Bag. So this coming Friday, I'm going for a vacation. So however, I have to limit my things so it would fit on my bag. So I have sets of items that I'm still deciding on which I should bring. So can you compare the set of items that I have so that I can easily pick? Uh, Again, I would like you to use quite, almost, and just in comparing them. So please take note of these words. Are you ready, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's start. So I have here an old black Converse on the left and a new one on the right. So Alkin, can you please compare them?
Yes, ma'am. So I will be using the word quite po. The black Converse on the left is not quite as new as the black Converse on the right.
Okay, thank you, Miss Alkin. Uh, um, I might as well use the new one, so I'll bring the new black Converse then. Next, I have here a silver bracelet and a rose gold bracelet, so I don't want to use both. I only want one, so can you help me, Miss Crystal?
Yes, ma'am. Um, from a girl's perspective, Paul, I think the silver brace, brace, bracelet is almost as fancy as the rose gold bracelet. And for me, the silver one will look good on you, Paul.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, Crystal. I will take note of your perspective. So this is the hardest part for me. I have here a Samsung Z Flip and an iPhone 13. I don't know which one should I bring. So who wants to help me? Yes, Alkin?
Um, Ma'am, the Samsung Z Flip is just as excellent as the iPhone 13, so you can bring both, ma'am.
Thank you, Alkin, for your advice. So I will bring both. Thank you for your advice. So now let me ask you, what did we do to all the things that I've shown you? From the beginning of our class, what did we do? Miss Crystal?
Um, we compare the different things, Paul.
Okay, very good. You compare different things. So at first, we have the black ball pen, the troll named Branch, a teeth, and a plain t-shirt. We compared their similarities according to their color category. Also, we have your height and weight to determine your differences, right? So now, what do you think is the construction that we use to compare them? Alkin?
I think, ma'am, we used the word as before and after the adjective given.
Very good. We use as before and after an adjective given. So that's why our lesson is about as comparisons. So okay, it is said that comparisons using as constructions can be used to discuss degrees of similarity and differences. And earlier, you discussed the similarities of the ball pen, the troll, the teeth, and the branch. So you asked a question like, is the ball pen's ink is as black as the hair of the troll? And you answered it as black as the hair of the troll. So basically, it discussed their similarities. And on the other hand, you discuss the differences between your height and weight. When I ask who's taller, smaller, heavier, or lighter, you already determine the differences by the use of how. Of what? How did you discuss differences? Yes, Alkin.
I remember using the word not po, ma'am.
Okay, very good. We have the word not. So the use of this word is that it makes the sentence negative. So when you compared your height and weight, Crystal said that Alkin's weight is not as light as her weight, right? So she used not. And I want you to take note that sometimes in using the word not, you can use so instead of as before the adjective. So this word is used only to negative comparisons. But remember, we can still use as in both positive and negative comparisons. So is only used in negative comparisons. So you can still say his weight is not so light as my weight, but you can also say his weight is not as light as my weight. Next, when I ask you to help me choosing on what to bring on my vacation, I ask you to use quite, almost, and just in doing your comparisons. So why do you think, Crystal?
Sorry, mom, I have no idea. Po.
Oh, it's okay. So I ask you to use quite, almost, and just in doing your comparisons because it serves as a modifier before as construction so that it can add emphasis to the comparisons. So it is said that modifiers can be added to as comparisons to make them more detailed or to add emphasis. So I can easily choose between the two items that I've shown you because it is more detailed. So do you still follow, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, mom.
Okay, thank you for answering. So now let's have an oral activity. So it is entitled Compare Us. So I will be presenting two pictures and all you need to do is to compare them using as construction. You can add modifiers if you want to put more emphasis on the sentence that you make. You need to base only on the picture, okay? So let's have this as an example. So we have here a horse and a jaguar. So in the picture, they're both running. And the adjective that we can associate with running is that it's either fast or slow, right? So we can create a sentence like this. The horse is just as fast as the jaguar. So I use a modifier just to put emphasis on it. Okay, now, so it's your turn. Who wants to volunteer? Yes, Mr. Alkin. So we have
Yes,
here
ma'am.
Sophie and Bruno.
Okay po. Sophie and Bruno. Sophie is as adorable as Bruno.
Okay, thank you. Tofi is as adorable as Bruno. Very, very well said. What about you, Miss Crystal? We have here Selena and Jake.
Selena versus Jake. Selena is as productive as Jake.
Thank you, Miss Crystal. Selena is as productive as Jake. So next, Mr. Alkin, what about this car and bicycle?
The bicycle is not quite as fast as the car.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you. The bicycle is not quite as fast as the car, so you use a modifier quite, and your sentence is negative because of the word not here. Next, Miss Crystal. So we have here Phineas and Ferb's family versus Loud family. So have you watched these cartoons? Uh, Miss Crystal, can you?
Yes, it's Paul. Um, Phineas and the Phoebus family versus Loud family. Phineas and the Phoebus family is almost as messy as the Loud family.
Agree. I remember myself enjoying these cartoons before. So thank you, Miss Crystal. Very good class. You both did a great job. So that ends our discussion, and I hope you learned something from today's lesson. So this ends our discussion, and let me end this meeting with a quote to remember that always start your day with hope. Goodbye, and thank you, class.
Thank you, Paul, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye po.
Bye bye.
Bye.